We have got to jump straight into today's video because we've got the plasterers in. He's already done upstairs. We need to get a few boards, start setting out a bit of a walkway for him to go on. We need to get cracking straight away. Well, now we've set up all the boards. There are two ways of doing plastering when you're at height. Either set up boards or go on stilts. Stilts are a bit of a learning curve. This just takes a bit of time and you ain't going to fall over. Now we're just going around putting scrim tape on all the edges and making sure the screws are put in. And then Dale the wizard is going to run around and skim this. Some of you might notice that it has been PVA'd. That's so that Dale's got a bit more time to work with when he puts it on, so it doesn't dry out quite as quick. So we're going to run around, get this all set up and get some plaster on the ceiling. So the plastering is finished. The whole house is done. We're going to go in a minute and I'm going to show you how absolutely incredible it looks. But before we go and do that, I just want to shout out and say Precise Plastering, the guy who's done it, Derek, is absolutely incredible. Much like the previous guys who did the stairs, just wonderful tradesman, fantastic finish, and just all-round great guy. So I'm going to leave the link to his Checker Trade account down in the description, and also you can probably see his van behind me. His details are there, so if you are interested in getting a plasterer in the Surrey, Middlesex, that kind of area, then please do hit him up, because I hands down vouch for him. He's a fantastic spread and just all-round great guy. So let's go and see finished plastering in the house. For those of you who are interested, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what plasters are used in the house and why. So quickly, here are the three different types of plaster we used. So the first one we have is what's called Durafinish. These are all made by British Gypsum. Durafinish, and this is, as it says there, 60% tougher than your average plaster. And then we have the Thistle Pro Pure Finish. Has what's called active air, so it kind of helps purify the air through the plaster, which is incredibly interesting. We only have a couple of walls in this, but we have magnetic, which, as it says there, attracts magnets. Essentially it turns a wall into a big fridge, so you can stick whatever you want on it, like post-its or sort of like your kids' drawings, all sorts of things using magnets. So yeah, very good. This is not actually sponsored by British Gypsum, but however, they did supply me with all the plasterboard and plaster for the house, because I did let them use a few rooms because they wanted to film a couple of videos for their website. So that is kind of their thanks to say that. They supplied all the plaster for the house. I'll walk around and I'll quickly just show you room by room, or not necessarily room by room, but where I used certain types of plasters and why. So I'll start with in the utility room, in the kitchen, in the living space and hallway. This was all done with the pure finish. Like I said, 90% of this house is going to be out of that. All the ceilings, again, pure finish as well. We've got the front door, which I did in the Dura finish. It's sort of a high traffic area. I didn't have enough to do that wall as well, so we have got this wall done out of Dura finish. We also have the land, like the staircase. I guess this whole wall going up there, that whole thing is Dura finish, and that spans round to that wall there. We go into the downstairs office. The whole thing is boarded out like board and fill. This was because British Gypsum wanted to make a video about this, so this is why this room's like that. This wall has been done in magnet, so that is a magnetised wall, and this wall is done in Dura finish. Now the reason I've done that is because I've done a how to plaster video, and that was the only plaster I had left, so that is kind of the reason I did that. But if you haven't seen that how to plaster video, I'll leave a link down in the description. So then yeah, we'll quickly go upstairs. So like I said, this is all that Dura finish, so it's extra 60% tougher. As we go upstairs, I will just quickly give you a once round on the landing. This whole place, except for this wall, is done out of the pure air stuff. That is the Dura finish again, because I wanted that whole wall staircase. You can be running around bashing it, so that's what that is for. Bedroom number 1, we have a magnetised wall over here, so you can put any notes or anything up there. This is a Dura finish wall. You got the bed is going to be in between here, so you're going to be jumping in and out of bed doing all sorts. So that Dura finish on there, just in case. And we have Dura, oh no, I'll tell you wrong, that's normal. This is the Dura finish, in and out the door. That was the thinking behind it. In and out the door, that is going to be the most used part of the room. So Dura finish there, pure air everywhere else. And then we go to bedroom B, pretty much the same, but flipped around a bit. Magnetised this wall, just for sort of a difference. And that is it, there's no Dura finish in here, it's all the pure air. Into the bathroom, it's only the ceiling, that is pure air. And then into the last room, the main bedroom, everything is pure air, apart from this wall, because the guy who was plastering it hadn't used it before and he wanted to test out how it went on. So that is why that is Dura finish, and in here, it is just pure air on the ceiling. It was for those of you who were interested, but it is pretty much 90 to 95% of the whole house is done out the pure air, which is really good stuff. It's yeah, purifies the air, and in a time at the moment when the pandemic's going on, you kind of want, oh cool, that's bright, you kind of want as pure air as you can get. But there we go, that was just a quick run through of what plasters we used and where. Quick thanks again to British Gypsum for supplying all the plaster and plasterboard. This is really good plaster. I've only ever used British Gypsum, so if you are interested, then I'm sure I'll put a link down below to their website. You can go and check out what plasters they have available.